Hey fellas, Ryan here. I'm going to do a quick after-build review of my new Vaterra Ascender kit. And then I'm going to take this out to the backyard little test track and give it a run and see how it does. Kit-wise, the build went pretty good, I suppose. A couple issues with the instructions not being super clear. A little bit hard to read with all the dotted lines going through diagram parts, and you can't really tell where stuff goes exactly. But if you've built a few other kits, you'll make it through. If you haven't built another kit, hopefully you have a friend who might be able to offer some advice. Like I said, the instructions are not as great as I sort of originally thought they were, but you'll get through it. Not a big deal. There's a couple issues I'll run through, and if I can save one person one headache, then I guess it's all worth it. You know, if you can learn from someone else's mistakes, why not save yourself the trouble, right? Not a lot of mods obviously yet because there's no aftermarket support for this truck right now. So basically all I've done is added my axial 8-hole beadlock rims. I decided to try out these Pitbull growlers. Really nice stock look, and I have not run Pitbulls before, but I think these look really good on this truck, so I'm just going to give her and see what happens. I've read a lot of good things, read on the forums that guys really like these Pitbulls, so like I said, I'm just going to give them a try and see what I think. I have not put any lights in this yet. Like I said, I just got this painted up yesterday, so today's going to be the maiden run. Issues with this truck that I've had, none so far, but I do have some binding issues with the front drive shaft. I believe his name is Josh from Harley Designs. If that name's wrong, sorry about that. Has had some issues and gone through a fix for it. I was on the phone with Horizon Hobby this morning and was basically told to drive it and it should break itself in, run through, you know, the guy said a couple of packs, and it should wear. Hopefully that is true. If not, I'm not sure. I mean, it'll get worked out anyway. So I'm going to try to be patient. I don't want to have to modify a brand new build. So I'm just going to take his advice, drive it. You know, it's on record. It's on record that I called in with my problem. So if I end up wrecking the drive shafts or, you know, the transmission's all steel geared, it'll be fine. But any other damage relating to that, because of their instruction, just to drive it, you know, you take it easy for a couple of packs and break it in, but then at least it's on file, and that will help me out in the future anyway. So, you know, one of my things here, these shocks, they're 110 mil plastic. They seem to be smooth, but you know, they're just plastic. It'd be nicer to have a quality shock. My plan, I had some of these RC 4-wheel drive King Racing shocks on my AX10. I took them off and had to rebuild some old Wraith shocks to put back on my AX10. I wanted to use these in the Ascender, and just didn't work out for me. There's the lower eyelet here, the way it's designed, there's just not enough clearance to work on the truck, so it just gets jammed up in there and will not work. If you wanted to, I mean, there's always someone out there who could make it work, and I'm just not. I don't want to get into replacing this and then have issues with the spring retaining clip and all that kind of shit. So I basically just built the stock ones, put them on, and I'm going to roll with that, see what happens. Hopefully by the time winter rolls around, someone else will have a nice shock out there that's, you know, like the Proline scalers I have on a couple of my trucks. I really like them. Too short for this truck, but I have got some RC 4-wheel drive ones coming in. Once I get those, I'll hopefully get those on here and give you guys sort of a quick update on those anyway. Sidewinder 3 ESC, I just got it actually sort of hot glued and a little bit of shoe glue there to one of the wire clips. Seems like an okay place to put it. What the hell? Super clean install on this truck. I mean, there's not a lot of wires everywhere, you know. Novak Rockstar. I went 55 turn. The stock pinion in this truck is a 14 tooth, and it's maybe a little bit slow, but we'll see how it goes. Easy enough to change out a pinion after. Dynamite, it's a 50C discharge rate, 2-cell, 4,000 milliamp hour. Nice battery, fits this truck perfectly. There's I got a couple. I think they were about $60 each anyway, but nice to have two. I would sort of estimate you're probably going to get like a 4-hour runtime out of that. So, you know, 2 of those, you're good all day. My faithful Savox SW1210 waterproof servo, love it, power hungry. I do have a BEC to run in this truck. I did not get it wired up when I did the electronics because it was 2 in the morning and I was tired and I forgot. So I went out yesterday, grabbed a little Spectrum capacitor, plugged that into the receiver. It's going to be fine until I get that BEC wired in. So I guess that's about it for right now. I'm going to take this thing out back to the test track and see how it does. You know, I haven't run this thing other than in the basement, so not much of a good product testing spot. Kit went together fairly nice. There are a couple of quick things I'm going to try and show you in the instructions here before I sign off, and just to see a couple of warnings for you guys anyway. First one, this is for the front spool and cover assembly. There are some washers with the kit. They're not shown in the instructions, but there is another little bag in there, and it's basically the same for the front and the back. So that's B3. Make sure you get your washers in there, otherwise you're going to have to rip the thing apart and add them in after when you find the bag. So have a look for those. There's step C3 for the rear, same thing. And I think my last thing here was step F3. The instructions tell you the front upper link assembly. Again, make sure that you've got your wheelbases. I went longest wheelbase, of course. I guess most guys probably will to start anyway. Wheelbase 4 is the 314 millimeter one there. Instructions say to use the 66 millimeters link. You should actually be using the 61 millimeter. That will help your angles up front once you start getting this truck assembled and put everything in its spot. Other than that, I don't know, I'm excited. I want to go drive this truck. So that's it. 86 Chevy K5 Blazer Ascender kit. Plain white. I'm going to tint all the rear windows. And that's going to do it, man. I don't know. I'm excited to drive this truck. Looks great. I love this big Chevy body. I'm a GM guy at heart, so that's certainly a bonus for me. Anyway, one final look here. We'll get this out on the test track and see how it goes. Thanks for watching, fellas, and hopefully we will see you on the next one. Take it easy.